So 3.7, we want to talk about dividing by decimals. So dividing by decimals, here what we need to do is we want to learn the difference between the position of the decimals. So the objective here is that we want to learn to divide whole numbers and decimals by decimals. So here we want to try to learn to divide the whole numbers and decimals by decimals. Okay, so how do we divide a decimal by a decimal? So here what we need to do is we want to multiply the divisor by 10 or 10 to the power of 1 to make it a whole number. So multiply the dividend by the same power of 10. So there's one decimal point in the divisor multiplied by 10 or 10. So here, what we are going to think is we want to multiply the divisor or the dividend by 10. So now I want to do 3.6 divided by 1.2. So I'm multiplying both numbers by 10, okay? Because there's one decimal place in the divisor, there's one decimal point in the dividend. So as I remove it, it's just get canceled out. So the procedure here just divided by the whole number. So the answer is 3. Okay. So then B for estimation. Now I have 42.3 divided by 0.12. So that I got 2 digits here. So 1 digit, 2 digit, make it 0. So multiply the divisor by 10 square or 100 to make it a whole number. Okay, so we want both of them to make as a whole number. So now as we do this, we place the decimal point directly in the quotient. So the decimal point will be here. So here 12, so this is 3, 36, 63, 5, 60, 3, 0, so this is 2, 24, 60, 5, 60. So the answer is 352.5. So that's the answer of this question. Okay, so later on I have this example. So after driving 368.5 miles, Julie and her family refilled the tank of their car with 13.4 gallons of gasoline. And on average, how many miles did they drive per gallon of gas? So now what I want to know is that I want to know the average of miles per gallon. So what I'm looking for is the average number of miles per gallon. Okay, so now how do we do it? We want to do 368.5 divided by 13.4 gallon. So what do we do now is we want to do 368.5 divided by 13.4. So I got cancel out one digit and then do 2 and then 1,005. Then I do 7 and then this is 7, 6. Okay, so the remainder is 67. But then I figured that if I move the decimal point up and then make a 0, it actually can be done. This is actually 5, and 670. So this is what we are trying to learn here, is that we can always, by placing the decimal point directly in the quotient and started adding 0 as if like we're enlarging the number, but actually getting more division below the decimal point. But the thing here is that we want to presume that it can be divided by decimal. Like it doesn't work that if my answer is a decimal and I'm asking something as a whole number, such as 1/8. Okay, so that's the thing that we want to pay attention.